Hi everyone, welcome back to BeRich. It's me, Vinod, and I'm back at the studio. You guys are happy to see Anand with me. And since I have Anand with me, there's lots to discuss about what's happening globally. Trump is moving around, and the Chinese are saying many things to him, and he's saying many nice things about them. Is it really going to transpire into something constructive? It's one big question. Then, of course, we heard about what happened with Canada. A Canadian chief minister of their sort in Ontario. He released a video about praising Ronald Reagan and how Reagan was against tariff, and that tickled Mr. Trump the wrong way, and he immediately withdrew from the discussions with Canada, leaving the Canadian Prime Minister wondering what to do, saying, "Hey, this is how it is." And not only that, he was upset that the guy did not come back apologizing and slapped another additional 10% tariff on Canadians. Hey, we don't understand. Is this a lot of bluster? Or is it really going to transpire into more pain for the Canadians? This is what's happening with Trump. But if you look at the market seems to be shrugging all of it and seems to be covered in Novocaine and doesn't seem to be reacting. In any other normal time, in any normal universe, these would have created earth-shattering moves in the market. But the market seems to be chugging along. And I can't understand this. And if you see gold price has softened with Fed taking stance that saying the inflation isn't so bad as we thought. 3% is still way above where the Fed likes inflation to be. And 3% they're saying is okay, which is another strange occurrence for me watching this whole thing unfold. And the Fed, they're saying, is going to cut interest rate 2 times, and more liquidity being forecasted to be injected into the market. We expect gold prices to start moving northward again. So is the correction which we saw in gold a dip, or is it going to be staying here? Is this a floor, new floor for gold is 4,000? All this is very confusing. And of course, the Japanese Nikkei has shattered 50,000 and moved forward. With all those policies, with the current new Prime Minister of Japan saying, is that prudent? All this is very confusing. So I thought I'll talk to Anand and quickly ask him these questions in 10 minutes and get some answers before he runs off to do his work. So Anand, first, Trump and Xi Jinping, is it time to mend fences?
No, I think there will be a short term agreement between the two. But in the long term, I don't see either of them giving up any place. The Chinese have learned how to tackle Trump. Trump runs a democracy and he needs to be elected.
Yes,
Xi Jinping is an authoritarian, does not have to be elected.
very true.
So, what does China buy from America? They buy a lot of soybean. Now, who controls the soybean market in
US,
US is the Midwestern states.
very important for Trump.
Yeah, Iowa being one of them. Now in Iowa, which voted
Trump.
for Biden for Obama, shifted to Trump. It's a state that backs Trump.
Yes,
Soya is one of their major exports.
staples, yes, big export.
Yeah. Now what has happened is the Chinese are not buying soybean from Iowa. They are buying soybean in bucket loads from Argentina.
But that is Trump's friend.
Yeah, so Trump is supporting Argentina. The Iowans are wondering why did they vote for Trump.
Yes, because he's bailing Argentina out. He's supporting their president
And soybean is going from
and telling Argentinians, you better vote this guy.
yeah,
And he's exporting to China.
China at better prices. And the Iowans have a higher fertilizer price because of this tariff to contend with. Lot of their industry is in trouble. The Iowans are confused on what Trump is doing and why they elected him. So not only is the Chinese not buying soybean affecting his core vote base, they are also hurt that he is helping Argentina rather than helping them. So Trump can be hurt. All you have to do is to pick the soft spots and squeeze those states.
They're doing acupuncture on him.
And they are doing acupuncture on them, and Trump needs to go back and face them next year. So this is really putting pressure on Trump.
Yeah.
So all Trump's talk of huge tariffs on China is a bluster. China is not considered to anything, and Trump is has to come down many steps in this. So I don't think there is going to be an agreement. Even if there's an agreement, it's a short-term agreement, and then it'll all go back. Like in quiet corners, whispers, Prime Minister Modi might have told Trump that he will reduce oil dependence on Russia. But we do not know how much it's going to come down by. But Trump is now making repeated claims that Modi has assured him that there will be
No Russian oil.
no Russian oil. Modi has also promised him that no attack policy on Pakistan, which was now hurting Modi's macho image in India. So,
So what the Chinese are doing to Trump, Trump is doing to our Prime Minister.
yeah, he's doing to the Indian Prime Minister, and the Indian Prime Minister is not able to respond. So, this is where, while all this is happening, he's jet setting around Asia,
Correct.
and now he is going to land up in Japan.
Correct.
Now, Japan, in anticipation of some goodies, the Nikkei has crossed 50,000. And naturally, with America's interest rate going up, inflation going up, and Japanese inflation going up, you expect the Americans and
The Fed.
Fed to actually stay hold, but they
Yes.
are going to cut rates.
Yeah.
And the Japanese have to go up.
Yeah.
So that should actually strengthen the yen.
Correct.
But some hope that this lady is going to be magic means that the yen is falling against the dollar, making their exports very competitive, which in turn has pushed the Nikkei past 50,000 for the first time.
It just sounds really.
So why you should be very happy. You bought Japan.
I'm very happy, but
Be very happy.
yes, but I feel like we're living in some parallel universe.
First time, this Japanese lady is saying that she is going to do away with limits on defense expenditure and jack up the expenditure on defense. So
Which is a big change
it's a big sea
after
change.
World War II.
Yeah, there's a big change after World War II.
Okay.
So while all this is happening, the S&P 500 is making new highs after new highs.
Correct.
And because it's making new highs, and Trump has, and Mr. Buffett has even sold a majority of his Apple stocks, the performance gap between
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett and the S&P 500 has reached historic levels. Whenever
That is worrying, Anand. Not because I'm for Warren Buffett. It is worrying to look at the S&P 500.
it is very worrying because whenever there's been such a divergence between Buffett and the S&P 500, the S&P 500 has always corrected extremely big.
Saying, sorry, Mr. Buffett, we'll come back down.
So, yeah, sorry, Mr. Buffett, we'll come back down. We'll bow to your wisdom and catch up with you.
Correct.
So this is something which is now going on in the market. The market has reached way above 40. The AI boom has dragged the market to all-time highs. Buffett selling Apple has meant that he is not even participating in this rally, and therefore the gap between S&P 500 and Berkshire's performance is badly hit. So overall, this is the
Okay. Great. Now let's come to gold. Where do you think, because like you rightly said, inflation is high.
so gold.
Inflation is high. Fed saying, regardless, we are happy with this inflation, we'll cut 2 more times.
Yeah.
And gold is sitting.
So gold has already discounted all this and is at a high.
Okay.
Any further news will push up gold further.
Okay. So if we do follow these rate cuts, you don't see gold moving because you're saying it's already factored that in.
Not much. It can go back to 425.
Okay.
It's not going to 4750 or 48.
Okay.
But even it will not drop below 4000 unless there's a catastrophic world event.
Okay. So anyway, so this is where we stand, guys. We got a lot of clarity, and finally we touched on gold. This seems to be the new floor where gold is going to be sitting is above 4,000, and like Anand said, most of these things have been factored into gold prices. So we don't see really any movement in gold unless we see some major news developing, and this is where we are. So these are some interesting times to say the least. I'm sure a lot of you have many questions about this. So put it down in the video, and I'll try and follow this video up with the next one where I'll answer these questions which you have based on all what we just shared with you. The next one tomorrow. Thanks for being with BeRich today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks for supporting BeRich. I hope you subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification.